Hey everyone. I'm still kind of sick, so I might be working on editing some videos later on today. But it just depends on how I feel. But anyway, there's something that's going on right now that has had to talk about, and that is the Xbox One. And if Microsoft wanted to do anything to get people's attention and get them talking about the Xbox One, they did a really good job because I'm definitely talking about this more than the PS4. But I would still get a PS4 way over an Xbox One. There is a or not a video, a picture circulating around the internet that a friend sent me on Facebook, and some of the things are confirmed by Microsoft. Some of the things are not so much. But I'll just go ahead and go through them and say how I feel about them. Um, but anyway, according to this picture, you cannot play games unless you are connected to the internet every 24 hours. Now, I'm confused as to what this means, um, because this just seems really stupid, especially since I live in Florida. I live in a hurricane-ridden area. There are times where we lose power and internet for days, or if you're in a really badly hit area, for weeks at a time. So you're telling me that if I don't connect my system to the internet every 24 hours, I can't play the game that I just spent $60 on? Okay, God forbid you actually went out and spent all of your money buying this system, and then you had your electric shut off for a couple of days, or your internet was shut off, and now you can't use it. Like, it's just so stupid. I don't understand. I don't understand this at all, and this is one thing that Microsoft has confirmed. And I just think it's utterly ridiculous and stupid. A Forbes article talking about this mentioned soldiers, and this is completely true. I had a friend that was in Iraq, um, and he took his 360 with him, and that was one of the things that helped him get through was being able to have the 360 and being able to play, even when there was a war going on around him. So I just think that that is just ridiculous, and I would like to know more information about that because that really pisses me off. Um, and the fact, yeah, I don't know. And then it also says you cannot disconnect from the Kinect. Now, Microsoft has come out and said that you can turn it off, but I don't know what that means. If it's like if the system's off, is it off? Or if it's on, is it on all the time? Do you think that it's off? I don't know if I trust Microsoft at this point because I believe at their press conference they said that the Kinect is always on. And that's creepy. Okay, I gotta tell you guys another story. I worked for the Nielsen company uh, just about a year ago now. And while I was working there, they had a thing with the Kinect where if you had a 360, you could take the Kinect home and you could use it, but you had to leave it on and they were going to watch you and monitor you. But that didn't really bother me because it was the company that I worked for putting it out there saying, hey, we want to do some research with this Kinect. If you want to participate, you can. But the fact that you're automatically opting into this, having the Kinect, just makes me not want to get it. The next few things I'm not sure if are specifically for the Xbox or if are going to be next-gen consoles in general, and if it is, then this just pisses me off to no end as well. You can't lend games, rent games, or trade them freely. Now you can go to pre-approved retailers that will accept your trade-in, but you you can't go to like some random store on the street or just sell it yourself because I've done that before. Like I've sold games before on Amazon, and like when I sold them, I sold some of my favorite games, but I I was down on money and I needed the extra money, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna sell these games. I've already played them and they helped me get some extra money. Now, where is the difference? And this is the thing that pisses me off about video game companies is what is the difference between buying a couch and having a couch for 4 years and then saying, you know what, I don't want this couch anymore, I'm gonna sell it. And then what if Rooms to Go came and said, "Oh no, we made that couch. You can't sell it." Like, it doesn't make any sense to me that now all of a sudden video games, you can't buy pre-owned. You're still paying money for it. Like, yes, so what? So the person that you bought it from makes some money back. That's just how this country works. You can't, like, oh, it just pisses me off. But this is true because with PC games, you can't do that. You can't, well, you can, but you're not supposed to have it on multiple computers. Um, I bought Oblivion. Well, I can play Oblivion on my Steam, but Nick can't play Oblivion on his Steam. So, but I mean, yeah, that's true. Like, if you wanted to log into someone else's Steam account, you could use it. There is something called like an Xbox family where I guess you can have people share your games if they're in your family, but only certain people. And then say you were done with the game and you're like, you know what, I enjoyed this game. I just want to give it to somebody. Like, don't even want to make any money. Can't do that either. It just blows my mind how ridiculous this is and how it just completely is punishing the gamer. It's like you want them to go out and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on these brand new fancy systems and then $60 on a game. So let's say just buying the system, unless it comes with a game, I'm assuming the system's going to be between $350 and $500, and then you have a $60 game on top of that. And if you want extra controllers, then you got to buy all those. Oh, because the old controllers don't work with the 360, the Xbox One, which I think is the dumbest name ever. I'm sorry. I know it's supposed to be like everything's all inclusive. It's the Xbox One. It's like I feel like we just went back 3 generations and it's like, oh, well, the Xbox was not the Xbox One because the 360 wasn't the Xbox 2, but no, the Xbox 3 is actually the Xbox One. So I have a problem even with the name. I am not an Xbox fan by any means. I've never owned an Xbox. I don't have a 360. I almost got a 360 back in the day before the PS3 came out, but I never did, and I am so happy with my PS3. It stopped working once, and it was because the Blu-ray reader stopped, and we were able to replace it for $50, and I didn't have to buy a new one. I didn't have the little ring of death where it just wouldn't even come on. Like, everything about this just pisses me off, and I just had to say something. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, I really want to know what the differences are between this and the PS4 because again, this is just I've only really heard things about the Xbox One. I did watch the PS4 press conference, but I kept falling asleep because there was something really interesting. Like I was just like, oh, okay. It's like, hey, people can watch you play and they can jump in and help you play. It's just like, yay, I don't care. Most of the time when I'm playing a game, no one else I know is playing it. Woohoo! Like, and then they're trying to build in a thing for Let's Plays into the PS4, which I think is pretty cool. But at the same time, I would probably never use it because I like editing and I always do my sound, my voice separate from the video in case, and it does cause sound issues sometimes, but that way I can go in and I can change my voice if I want to. There have been times, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, where I'll put my commentary over a different clip because that clip got messed up or something, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just make this one clip longer and continue my commentary, and no one will ever know. And you guys probably haven't. But, so yeah, I'm just pissed off about the Xbox One. And back to the Kinect thing, because they're saying that you can turn it off. I really don't know if I believe them, and that's just creepy. I don't like it. Like, the government's recently come out and said that they're watching. Well, the government hasn't come out. There's been a leak revealing that the government has been watching everything we've been doing on the internet for the last few years. So the fact that now Microsoft wants to see you sitting in your living room eating potato chips naked while you're playing on your Xbox One. I mean, what is the point? And also, this thing about everything, most of these things piss me off. But like, back to the every 24 hours, which I really wish I knew more about, and I want them to elaborate on. Because if you can't connect, then what? Are you like, punished? Like, oh, well, you know, you didn't connect for 24 hours, so now that you're connected, you have to wait another 24 hours to be able to play your game. Kind of reminds me of, I've been playing the Candy Crush saga on my phone, and, like, you only get 5 lives, and then you have to wait. If you use them all, you gotta wait 30 minutes per life, and then you get them back. Well, I was fine with that, but then I get to this section, it's like, oh, well, in order to continue, you have to do 3 bonus levels. And I was like, oh, okay, I can do that. And then it was like, but you can only do 1 per day. So it takes 3 days to move on to the next area. It's like I'm being punished for playing the game and progressing. Well, they want you to take your money. So is that what they're going to do? Be like, well, you know, you were disconnected from the internet for 5 days. So you have to give us $5 in order to get back on, which doesn't sound like that much, but think about it, $5 every time you're not connected to the internet. It's like, what? I hate this whole where you have to be on the internet thing. Like, there were times where you could have a computer and play a computer game and not be on the internet. And now they're gonna make it so the systems have to be? Oh god. Okay, so that's my rant about the Xbox One. If I find out more about the PS4, I might do one about that, but everything I've seen about the PS4 so far does not bother me. So I don't know if I will make one for the PS4. But anyway, sorry I sound sick. I am sick, but I'm just pissed about this, so. Anyway. Yeah.